So, what do I recommend? You've gone through all this work, and even today on a hot day, I can't communicate to you all the time, effort, creativity, sweat that you're going to put into this business. So you better have the passion for it. So how do you find, though, the best rep so you can get enough orders to cover the supplier's minimum? Well, what you're going to do is, who's the best judge of a rep's effectiveness? Of all the people we've met today, who is the best judge of a rep's effectiveness? Customers. Who has an opinion that matters except those very customers? The one her father eventually went and talked to. Why hire people then go back and fire them later? Why not start with those retail stores? Why not ask the customers that you expect to sell to what independent sales reps do they like the best? Very important thing to keep in mind. You pay the independent sales reps, but they work for the retailers. Okay? We come and go. The retailers are where the money is. Their relationship with the retailer is where the money is. So we can retain them and we pay them on the basis of them getting orders, but they work for the retailers. Get that real clear in your head. So when a retailer recommends a independent sales rep, necessarily you're talking about a very good independent sales rep. So you've got to ask, the best people to ask about what independent sales rep for your product is the retailers you hope to sell to. Have we met any retailers in this business, in this process? No, we haven't. At no time we met. What? When did we do that? When the first thing we did? Oh yes. The first thing we did when we wanted to start our business is we walked into those retail stores and we said, we went to look for our product and we went and made a pest out of ourselves. We came in and out of there, we talked to them so many times that they started to get a little hinky about us. Oh no, here he comes again. And so now we've gone for 3 months. Well, we did all this work and now we come back again and they say, oh no, he's here, call security. As we walk back through the door. And then you say, remember me? And they say, yes, we remember you. We told you it's a good idea, it doesn't exist. And you whip out an ice axe. They say, yes, it does, I've got it. I say, well, where did you get it? And you name the best place in the world. We know them. Recreation equipment knows them. Why didn't they tell us about that product? And at which point you say, well, they weren't making it when you asked. So because it wasn't made, I went to the best place in the world to have it made, and I got it made for us. And now I have it available to you. And they're going to say, good work. And they're looking at you, there's an image shift. Oh, yeah, Steve Jobs is a weird guy, but that's because he's different. He does all these different things. Oh, and the reason you're different is because you're different than everybody else that walks through the door. You not only can identify a good idea, and you not only can come up with those ideas, you can actually develop it, design it, and go have it made in the best place in the world. You're different from everybody else. So there's this image shift of you as just this customer to you as the answer to their number one question, what is new? So after all this work, creativity and the differentness and the everything you've done here, you say, there it is. And they say, way to go. We'll take 4, right? They want as few as possible. No matter how cool this thing is, they want as few as possible. To which your reply is, no, I won't sell any to you. Why? Because you're too busy working on what's next. The magic words are, I'm too busy working on what's next. What are you working on next? Well, you'll be the first to know, because I'm still developing it, but I got some really cool ideas along these sides. Well, give me 4 of those. And you say, well, no, I won't give you 4 of those. I can't go around schlepping this and selling this to everybody. What I need from you, retailer, is the name of the best independent sales rep for this product in the territory. You talk to those half dozen retailers you've been bugging, 3 or 4 of them give you answers. They all give you 2 or 3 names. One name keeps popping up. You can call any independent sales rep at any time and say, I'm a new company, will you talk to me? The answer is, well, of course, come see me. Problem is they look at your product, they have no idea if it's going to sell or not. Everybody wants that best independent sales rep, so you know you're nowhere special. The first time you ever speak to an independent sales rep, you better say, the Nordstrom's buyer says you're the best rep in the territory. Well, yes, I knew that. And the Nordstrom's buyer wants to place an order. Will you consider taking the line? The first time you ever speak to an independent sales rep, you better have the names of the retailers ready to place orders. You follow that? That's an absolute minimum. These reps, the best, have lots of people that want in. So you got to be better than everybody else. That's how. That's how you get in the very best rep. Once you're in the very best rep, you don't have to worry about whether they can do the job right or not. You don't have to worry what trade show you go into. They're already in the best cost-benefit analysis trade show. They're already where they should be. They're already doing what they should. You get to forget about all that salesmanship and all that kind of stuff. You worry about, like Nike, they don't make anything, they don't sell anything. Nike designs things and markets it. So you worry about the overall marketing, you worry about the design, you leave all that other stuff to professionals. When you've got independent sales reps covering you, guess what? You who know nothing about the business would probably embarrass yourself that when you're out in the field. The 2 times that the larger market is making contact with you, they don't have any contact with you. When they're placing orders, you're nowhere to be seen. They're placing with independent sales reps. They're placing the orders with professionals. Their buyer's contact with you is 100% professionalism, top of the line. The only way their image of you is your top line, just like them. Then when the goods are packed by the public warehouse and they receive it in Atlanta, Georgia, the packing is top of the line professionalism. They're 100% of the customer's experience with you is you are top of the line professional. You follow this? Now you see another reason why you can't package yourself? Okay? You're not as good as they are in the professional warehouses. So those working with the first rate, how you get in contact with them, when you do have contact with them, when they are working for you on whatever basis, well then you're going to say, well, sales rep, let's write a contract. And they'll say, on second thought, let's not do business together. Nobody wants a contract with you. You're an inferior party. You contract a superior party, you're tying them down. They don't want that. So no contracts anywhere in this business, but always write down what you discussed. So on page 31, I have 11 points here to discuss with your independent sales representative. You can discuss these points. You can write down one way or the other any way you want on all of these points. So you go through them, like what the territory they'll cover, the dates the agreement is effective, whether the commissions are paid against sales, the definition of sales, whether orders are all orders regardless of source are counted. All these items you discuss, and it really doesn't matter one way or the other as long as you got the rules of the road down. Then you make notes on all this. And you don't send them a contract, you send them a letter. Dear so-and-so, it's very nice meeting with you. Glad you're going to try out the line, because that's all they're going to do. They're going to try it out in the next trade show cycle. If it does well, they'll keep it. If it doesn't do well, they'll dump it. But they'll tell you why. Wrong shape, weight, speed, function, and you can start over. So what they're going to do is you write all this down and you send them a letter afterwards saying, glad you're going to try the line. This is what we discussed. This is what we agreed to. Then the negative. If this does not meet with your understanding, please let me know. If they don't reply to that, then what you wrote down is the agreement. Okay, that's no contract, but it is a contract. Okay? So just stay away from contracts because we're small, it scares people if we talk contract. Okay? All right. So that's page 31.
Well, you know you got it if it makes you feel good. Oh, yes, indeed.